Schoology Annotations Assignment Student Directions. You're going to click into your assignment. Once you have clicked into your assignment, you're going to click Start Assignment. Once your assignment opens up, you can click and edit onto that file that your teacher uploaded. Now, a couple of things. You have your Type and your Draw tab. Depending on what kind of file your teacher uploaded will depend on what you can do. So if your teacher uploaded a picture file, you're going to look at these three options with Type. So your text option, your freehand option, and your freehand highlight option. If your teacher uploaded a PDF file or another file that has the text in there, you can actually use these ones on the left. So say I wanted to highlight a word, I could use the highlighter. So I'm going to scroll down here, and here's my little I like to section. So I'm going to highlight the things that I like to do. I'm going to click on my highlight, and I can highlight the different things that I like to do. Or if I wanted to, I could actually underline ones. The strike through, maybe I could strike out the things that I don't like to do if I wanted to do that. The squiggly is also, it's just going to underline underneath, and it's going to be kind of look like those editing errors, like if you're like, oh, this word is spelled wrong. So if you click and highlight, that will highlight, underline those words. Now, say I wanted to add in a text box to add in Type. So I can click in here and it'll insert my text box. Now, the only problem is I can't see it. So I'm just going to scroll. I can use my little scroll bar over here because my box popped up on top of it. One thing that's kind of nice to do is to actually click on the drop down first and to choose what you want. So if you want your text to be this style, and I can click in and choose my font that I want. I can change the size of it. So say I wanted it really big. I could make it bold. I can make it align the center. I can click on the colors, change my text color. I can go in and change the stroke and fill as well. And then if I take my text box and type in my age, I can see that the stroke and fill, that's the outline, and then my type color, or I can edit it there. Now I can say, oh, I can't see everything. I'm going to click on the See More button, and that gives me my directions there. I can minus. I can also click over here and say I want to be full screen so I can see more of my information and more of my page. So I have more room here. Or I could freehand. So I can write in there. Notice I can obviously change the different colors. Use the drop down just like I could change my thickness. Might be something that you want to do. So say I didn't like that, and then I can write in with a thicker. My eraser tool's right there. I can always erase whatever if I just want to erase part of it. Or say I wanted to erase the whole thing that I just did, I can say the undo button and redo button. I can always do that as well. Click on draw. I notice that I still have my freehand and my freehand highlight here. So any of those, it'll just highlight. If I have the highlight selected, it'll highlight. I can highlight whatever I want on my page. I'm going to do this. The square, I'm left clicking and dragging, and I can create a square. I can always edit the stroke and fill on there and the colors as well. I can do the same thing with the circle or my polygon, and I can create my polygon shape. I either click back at the start, or I can double click and it'll connect. The same thing kind of with the cloud. I can click around to do my edges. Double click. Now if I get my cloud, I can see I can go in and see how I clicked on the edge, but I can go into each of the dots that I clicked on and I can actually edit it from within. I'm going to go ahead and trash that because I don't want that. Oh, and there's my circle that I created. I can use my eraser tool to erase it. I also have a line. I can draw lines, or I can draw a polyline. So I can choose, I'm double clicking on it when I want to end. I can click and drag the arrow as well. Those are all tools that I can use within there. The hand is a pan, so I can click and drag and look at my box. The other things I can do are my selection tool. And so say I wanted to select all of this. Notice it has the boxes. I can always trash and do lots of things with that. I can zoom in or zoom out. I'm going to click on this to go back to the other screen so I can see it here. Now, once I am done, I can hit submit. We notice I also have a clear all here. Don't clear all after you get finished, because then it'll take away all of your stuff. When you're finished with your page, you're going to go ahead and click submit. Now it tells me in green up here that it's been received, and I can see my submission here. If I wanted to go back in and look at it, I can click on it and it's going to show my submission and what I did, just to double check and say, oh, I forgot to do something. You can always click on resubmit and it will pop up and you can go through the same process. It'll pull up, and then when you're finished editing it, hit submit.